So,
I'll go
beard,
ahead.
what beard? That's when it was short, though. Those pictures are like a couple years old. Okay. I don't know. This is a ziggurat still. Went the wrong way. It's all blocked off down there, isn't it? Sort of. Under greater invisibility.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, you are. Greater quicken magic, meta magic route. Good thing I didn't pay for one of those. Ember or Gimpy? Oh, she got a spot. Why does she have an opening there?
This war must end.
Yes, it must. But this Witch Wandering Hex. We've never. I don't even know why I got this. Never use it. Got it up there anyway. So let's throw this one there. Swap with that one. This is level 6 Hellfires. She's got... Oh, that's right, she's got level 7 Hellfires too she could use, but she uses those for the Firestorm field stuff. Okay, so she's set.
I know the way.
Okay, up the stairs. Let's go die. Maybe. So Storyteller's not up in his normal spot. Another one? I didn't do my spell resistances. I forgot to do the spell resistance. Fire resistance for him. I'm so far behind. Is he really that slow? Dun, dun, dun. Do you appreciate that? Recurring Storm. So there's that thing. Okay, so that didn't fear him. Ember. Ember doesn't do resistance stuff, does she? She does not. We don't want to kill him right now. We gotta get our fire resistance up. In range of the cackle, he is. Dun, 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 dun. Barely injured, that's okay. Cammy, you do the fire stuff, so let's get the big one out first. Level 4, right? Yeah, level 4. Okay, protection from fire. Well, they might get cooked, but that's what happens when you're not in range. Can't be. Oh, let's see what this thing actually does. The Nightcrawler. If he doesn't do resistances, does he? Really should have picked that up. Oh well. Oh, False Grace. Hopefully that helps us survive. $68 extra. Might. Oh, we got Shadow Demon. Come on, giant worm. Brought you in here for a reason. Somebody just died. Or somebody got controls. Castigator? Wow, he... No, he's mind controlled of some kind. Oh, he's raged again, probably. Right? He's raged again. Battlers like to be harmed. We don't want to burn on harm on him. Another demon because we can. And Castigator. Why do they go after Castigator first? Castigator first. That makes no sense. Oh, Kesto is going after the Valor. What should break rage? That he when he gets attacked? The demon isn't on our side anymore. Thank you, Meerkat.
Adventure out with your worm out.
Haha. Okay, Ember. Do you have to use the Quicken first? For the first spell? Yeah, you have to use it on the spell you're casting, so fire ray. Turn it off and do it again. That went well. Too bad this time. Oh, let's... Oh, Casto is still a problem. So how do you break rage? If he gets enraged, you can. Try unbreakable heart. Just fearing the crap out of that thing. Can't cast on him for some reason. Maybe because he's invisible. Do not have... They have true sight on. Of course it didn't hit him because he's an enemy. Gimpy's feared. Bite me. And off Gimpy goes. At least the worm's not trying to kill him. Bob's running around causing trouble. He's immune to Unbreakable Heart. He's immune to it. It's going up to stop him now. So how do we stop him from fighting? How long does this last?
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Keep forgetting Gimpy. Should be able to control him, I think. Abyssinius Gaze. Land Undead. He has a true sight, right? He's got true seeing. Get down here, Bob. He doesn't have any way of controlling the undead, so... Need a safe? Need a safe. There we go. So that's annoying.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Here. Should protect us from fear a little bit. For when he does get mind controlled, if that's what's going on.
I know what to do.
Gimpy. Heal him, please. Heal too. Oh, we didn't get to loot the Valor yet. Another longsword. These are the crappiest Balors ever. Oh, we already did bring. I think. Didn't I already get that from him? think you already did get that. Feats. Got a lot of feats. I got that. Maybe I didn't. I know I was looking at it, but I thought I grabbed it. Maybe under... Been training heavy. Dual wielding. Heavy. There we go. Arm bravery. There it is right there. His will saving throw is only 9. So he's got it, just not helping a whole lot. Cloak of resistance? No, he's got the cloak that turns him invisible. When he gets a kill, he gets greater invisibility. I'm debating right now whether that's a good choice or not for him.
Follow my lead.
Listen in shambles. Okay, looks like we're going inside.
As it should.
If anyone with greater angelic aspect in the group. Angelic aspect.
You can trust me.
I don't think she gets it, does she? She doesn't get it. See, he probably gets it at level 7. Hey, Taco, welcome back. Yeah, we don't have anybody currently with it. It's okay. You won't get level 7 spells? No. They don't. They suck. They suck. He might get it, yeah. Hi, Mickey. How's it going, Mickey? Festive stuff.
I hope you appreciate this.
Hey, another hide. Mythical creature. Sale for Kingmaker on Steam for 80% off. Not bad. I don't know what Mickey's barking at. Dummy, what you doing? He's not barking at anything in particular, he's just barking.
That is not far.
Storyteller. Storyteller turns to you calmly. Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. That sound never stopped for a second. Talking weapon. Finian laughs. You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf, always finding yourself in the most dangerous spots, but I'm still glad to see you, although you'd be safer tucked up by a fire somewhere. How have things been these past 6 months? We spent the time serving the Queen to the best of our ability, but a week ago, after she announced her decision to proceed with the crusade, many of us came to the conclusion that we could not go with her, because we did not believe that you were truly dead. We humbly declined the honors offered to us and remained here to await your return. It was an easier decision for me than for the others. Second. The others, I had encountered you in the abyss, and I knew you were alive, but not everyone believed me. And then yesterday, I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and suddenly I saw the future. Not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future. The future of the person who first brought that page to me. In my vision, you returned from the abyss, marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble. People and demons dropped to their knees, and Iomedae herself extended to you a helping hand. But the only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. Storyteller shakes his head. I know that what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my visions. So I hurried to the Citadel to lay my hands on some of the Queen Galfrey's possessions and try to discern where she went and where your banner is now. Do you know where the Queen went? It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after another, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march for Iz, a bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding. Iz, that place sounds familiar. Can you remind me of the details? Oh, Iz, the city that hangs over the abyss. It once was the citadel of legendary rulers, the capital of Sarkoris. And now demons are tearing it apart, making a mockery of its former glory. 2/3 of its magnificent streets and proud towers have collapsed into the world-wound, but the city still holds on, just as Sarkoris holds on, defeated but refusing to die. We must leave this place. It's time for the final battle for Dresden. Storyteller nods. Yes, your arrival has changed everything. After we lost Dresden, it felt as if the light of hope had left us forever. But you are just like the sword of valor. You are the banner of our victory. There's one more thing. Storyteller pauses for a while. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I am convinced that the Queen could sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there's one thing I know for certain. Queen Galfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Perhaps that is what made the Queen write this letter to you. After I touched her goblet, I saw her hiding it in a secret compartment in the wall, and I managed to find it. I do not know what it says, but I can sense the emotions that were tearing the Queen apart while she wrote it. He ponders for a moment. I think I will be able to tell you about the feelings she was experiencing in that moment, if you wish. You can come to me later when everything has settled down and bring this letter with you. We will look into the past of this item together. Why is the ground shaking? And why am I not a lich yet? Oh, look, demons. Oh no, there are too many of them. This is useless. We're done for, cowards. Don't fall back. Hold the line. We're in Gofta. A huge, oily Noffelschnee is waiting for you with his arms folded. Here comes the commander, kids. Aha, so commander, do you like what you see? You've arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what happened to them. Do you actually think you can rescue them? Ha! Who do you think you are? Who sent this army here, you beast? We all served our master Baphomet, Lord of the Labyrinth. He promised us Dresden, and your skin is as a doormat. Only I have the power of life and death over these soldiers. How dare you try to steal what is mine? Such bold words and so much ambition. I might even be a little bit scared, haha. And this is the great hero everyone is afraid of? Come on, show us what you've got. You are just a jumped up mortal insect. You are nobody. Requires legend, mythic path. What? Legend, mythic path? Well, how's this? Yes, I am immortal. I am a commander of the Fifth Crusade. This is my city, my people, my destiny. Oh, Lich. I am the Lord of Death. Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you by the Abyss and Erelu Vorlesh erupts into this world, and you pay for it in the purest agony. Okay, this city is steeped in death. The people now lying on its streets are but a drop in the ocean of those who have perished here. Thousands of warriors gave their lives to protect it. Thousands more fell trying to capture it. Dresden stands atop bones, and you hear the soft groans of the dead rising up from the underground. You answer them. You summon the fallen and rally them for a new fight. You promise that their cold, decayed hands will have another chance to squeeze the life out of their hateful foes, that their ghostly hearts will once again be filled with battle rage. You don't care who answers your call, a brave crusader or a frenzied cultist. Death is a great equalizer. It has erased their faces and given you power over their souls. Dum dum dum. Oh look, it's the undead horde to fight the demon horde. An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It is broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seem to come from far away, everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breath, a lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestones of Dresden.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
There is no mistaking her, Iomade, the goddess who has deigned to descend to the world of the mortals. Your companions shield their faces, unable to withstand her radiance. The surviving demons quiver. The townsfolk fall to their knees, but the deity's eyes are on you and you alone. Attacker? Shouldn't that be labeled stupid? Oh wow, look everyone, it's a goddess. Greet you, Light of the Sword. Bend the knee? Should we bend to her? Seems like it'd be lying there, wouldn't it? Gods don't often descend into our world.
They rarely have good reason to. I suppose you're asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands. You gain more and more frightening abilities. Death is your loyal servant, and darkness your constant companion. The demons are defeated, but what I see is not a victory, but the aftermath of an atrocious crime. Dresden has become a city of the dead, and the heroes who swore an oath to me have fallen, and their remains have been desecrated.
And whose fault is that, really? Not mine.
But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Dascari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that has succumbed to the influence of the Abyss and been poisoned by its evil.
You're right, but what can I do about it? I've achieved more in my crusade than all the other crusades achieved in 100 years. So if you think you're going to criticize me for using my power, think again. Concerns for me. Now let's be honest. What is your real reason for coming here? But I follow my own path. What's your real reason for being here?
My reasons are as I have told you. I am no demon. I do not lie and cheat. Of that sin I am most certainly innocent. In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Elutionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Uh-oh. The walls of Dresden shake again, and with a ringing laugh, her black shadow appears before the shining goddess, Nauticula in the flesh. Standing beside her is a Erilu Forlesh, who stares at the goddess with the ice-cold rage in her eyes.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Golarion. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound
Come
is still
on,
there,
you
as
pansy.
far as I
Get
know.
back in there and fight.
So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
I don't want to listen to you, Iomade. Leave now. No, I have nothing to discuss with either of you. I'm ready to hear what you want to tell me. Yes, let's hear what they have to say.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the World Wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
And Ronnie, thank you very much for the follow and welcome to the stream.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Dino Angelica, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. And I just did hydrate.
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the World Wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
Oops.
That is
Oops.
true.
Is that
I
all you
tried
can
to
say?
tell you back in
That was really
Illusionera, but
poorly
I was
done.
not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Golarion and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
In other words, if I die, I'll die if I don't close a wound, and I'll die if I do close it. So were you trying to hide this from me? What if I reject the power? What if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it means closing the world wound? Goddess, can you help me cleanse my soul and influence the Abyss? Well, now I'm going to finally starting to understand the rules of this game. Go number 1 first.
It is true. Now do you see the perils of accepting a demonic gift? No matter how much power the Abyss gives you, that power will always be tainted by lies and misfortune. This is the justice I promised you. The right to know the whole truth, and not to be a plaything in the hands of abyssal spawn.
Particular, were you trying to hide this from me?
Trying, you say? I successfully hid the truth from you for as long as I deemed necessary. Are you expecting me to explain myself? My goal is to close the world wound, not to grant you a happily ever after.
Aw, and here I thought we were friends. What if I reject the power?
You will live.
You will lose everything that makes life worth living.
You will spoil a brilliant endeavor and destroy the lives of thousands of mortals who will be devoured by the legions of demons coming from the Abyss. Aside from that, you won't do anything extraordinary at all.
What if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it meant closing the world wound?
Oh, how noble! For a brief moment, I even felt some regret that we demons are incapable of such lovely things. You see now, Inheritor? My little protege has more nobility in him than you expected. Shame on you.
This nobility is exactly why I came here. To help the Knight Commander learn the truth, and to show him that he has been used. Besides, I do not believe that you have been acting for selfless reasons, Lady in Shadow. Honesty and nobility have never counted among your virtues. You own the main source of Nahindrian crystals, and your servant Arilu has learned how to break the laws of the universe with their help. Can it be that the ruler of darkness and mistress of assassins has not conceived a way to use this formidable gift for her own benefit?
Accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow, just like your bright-eyed pretty little head. It's a pity you inherited Eridan's sword, but not his sharp mind. I have but one goal now. To stop the armies of that lecherous billy-goat and that gluttonous bug from strutting around my domain as if it were their own. I don't give a fig whether it will help mortals or hurt them. If the enemy of your enemy makes you a mutually beneficial proposition, you would have to be a complete idiot to say no.
Goddess, can you help me cleanse my soul of the influences of the abyss?
Aurilu has planted a piece of the abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
Oh, now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of this game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
Do I?
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait.
So if I go the Lich route, I'll be dead anyway.
Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
Why are you doing all this, Aurelio? Your wound, knowledge of the world, history, nature. We don't have that role. World. Oof. Tells us of the curious things about the world wound's creation. Don't want to play a guessing game. If you want to say something, just say it.
That is unfortunate. I expected more from you. Just think about it. I altered you in the moment the world wound expanded for the second time. But it also expanded before, 30 years prior. There is a wound in your chest, but you can find a similar one in mine. You are the key that is capable of closing the wound forever. But are you really so unique? Or could there be another like you? Perhaps you are not even the first.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound.
Hey Gimpy,
and the
have you
key
hydrated
was
lately?
right under my nose
If
this
not,
whole time.
you really should.
Aurilu, my love. Come over here.
Oh. It really does not like someone who has been it does not look like someone who has been cornered. Without a trace of fear, she gives you a faint nod and then makes a barely discernible gesture with her hand. It disappears as if she was never even there. Here.
Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Aurilu opened the world wound, and Aurilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Aurilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Aurilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
Ah.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
Both the goddess and the demon lord stare at you expectantly. Before I make my decision, I want to ask Iomedae some questions. Some questions for you, not really. I want to ask my companions for advice. What do you think all about all this blah blah?
I enjoy feeling mythic power within me. But my life was perfectly fine before it. So it is up to you to decide.
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
Says the witch.
As a cave monster who's going to grow old and die in about 10 years' time, I can tell you this. There's no power in the world that's worth selling yourself out to the abyss for. Being the invincible companion of the magical commander was fun and all, but we don't need it. It doesn't really matter how much magic they've heaped on you. You're the commander because you have the heart and mind of a true commander. Screw your power. Don't betray yourself. That way, we'll win.
I'm a member of the Order of the God Claw, and I cannot disregard the opinions stated by one of the 5 deities whose virtues we extol. However, I also cannot support it unconditionally. Your power is a useful tool. Its nature is solid, and it tends to yield effective results. To reject such a tool for the sake of an abstract ideal would be highly unwise. Retain this power and use it to bring the criminal Aurilu Vorlesh to justice, and to rid this world of its greatest scourge. Such an outcome would represent a grand triumph of order over chaos.
Yay, Regil. You're thinking just like me.
You're halfway to becoming worse than Baphomet and Discari combined. Reject this demonic crap, no matter how much power it gives you. Iomade herself has offered you her help and a chance to redeem yourself. Don't squander it, because you'll never have another chance like this. That's it. No way back.
You're biased.
After all you've done, I am not even sure that you still have a chance for redemption. But if even a grain of humanity still remains in you, please do as the goddess says.
Again, biased.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen.
I don't even know what he's trying to say there. I don't even know what he's trying to, what his side of the argument is here, other than he just wants to make Iomade look bad.
As for your original question,
there we go.
I have no idea what you should decide. Do as your heart tells you, or just flip a coin.
That's kind of what I was expecting that to have.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Says the assassin.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Aurilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Video. Primary precision, blah blah blah. I made my decision.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
As they give me more mythic power. Oh, legend? The angels would know that. When does it need to be a mythic creature? In other words, so this is the split. Well, we know which way I'm going. I'm not going to put 200 plus hours in this game to go some fucking legend. Sorry, that language. Destiny Beyond Birth. No, we don't care about that. Destructive Shockwave. Where's the mythics? There we go. This is really what I want. Storm, Devil, and Golarion would appear. Right. Yeah. But I haven't done the stuff to open the others, so we've been going Lich the whole way. Okay, so spell penetration mythic, so they can actually hit some stuff. Change. Skeleton upgrade. Visitor. So this is another choice that he can make. I don't understand the skeletal upgrades. They don't make a whole lot of sense. Make him a Magus or an Inquisitor. Because he started off as a warrior, and then he went to barbarian, and there's no barbarian 2, so I don't even know, and it's not letting me progress. And I have to pick one of these. Could make him a cleric. Domains of death and destruction. All spells from the cleric list. Magus. How does a Magus work? Magus can't do two-handed weapons, though, can they? Or can they? Because he's using a glaive right now. That's where his stuff is. His feats and whatever. Can Magus use two-handed weapons? I'm not that knowledgeable of Magus using two-handed weapons. I know they can do bows. But I don't know about two-handed weapons. Just can't cast a spell in full attack the same round. Oh, okay. I don't know. Magus or cleric? Having another divine would be funny. Level 3 spells.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Happy Thursday. We already had these spells, I think. Some of it has. Brace of Death. Target with necromantic energies, embraces with the power of unlife. If the target fails, it will save the throw. Goes into a coma, starts receiving constitution drain every round. Domain of Hungry Flesh. Create a terrible abomination in an area. It attacks everything inside, trying to trip. Dealing damage, entangling, dealing more damage to random ability scores. That's interesting. Choice is made. All you have to do is announce it to everyone. The bones of the dead tremble in their graves. Skulls whisper my name. Don't ask me to become mortal again, for I have stepped beyond the limits of death.
Your pride will destroy you, and perhaps all of Golarion with you. But I shall not intervene now, so as to avoid causing even more suffering to this world. Farewell.
See ya, goody goody.
Lady Aurilu's experiment goes on. You know, boy, if it is successful, I will immortalize it in my encyclopedia, and I will mention your name too. If that happens, then I suppose I'll finally have to try to remember it.
That's right, she still doesn't know my name.
Heaven be my witness. I've followed you for a long time, and I sincerely believed that even though you made some morally questionable choices, you could save the world from the abyss. Well, maybe you will save everyone after all. but I won't be a part of it.
Figured.
Because I can't tell what's worse for this poor land. Being invaded by demons, or being ruled by a necromancer tyrant!
How am I a tyrant? What have I done that says I'm a tyrant? In all honesty.
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So many victories, so many achievements lie ahead for you. Well, go now. Capture Arilu, and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.
Aw. Dun, dun, dun. So we take it back for resin. Strike the Bell of Mercy. Oops, I didn't do that. Didn't really need to do that, did I? I don't even know where it was. I don't even know what the Bell of Mercy is. They're just prejudiced against necromancy. They are. They don't understand. That's not tyranny if everybody listens to you. The Ziggurat. Do we finally get to go in there? Increasing in healthcare and building up the city to a place that can live happy. It's not so much. It's too much for her, so she left you. Yeah. I was more successful than she was. And Nevia. Nevia's wavering voice seems grotesquely out of place. She speaks, shamelessly breaking the tranquility and remarkable hush that reigns in the city. Well, that's it, Commander. We're all dead. Or we soon will be. This ain't our crusade anymore. It's just yours. It's good that Irabeth went with the Queen. She doesn't need to know what your dead did to the folks that survived the attack. If fate brings the two of us together again, I'll tell her that they were as good as dead anyway, even before you came. Her voice sounds hollow. It's so quiet and peaceful now. I did what was necessary. You understand that, don't you? You must act before the enemy destroys all that I have achieved. Like me understanding makes me any difference? Don't act like you care what I think. All you need are silent puppets, and no doubt I'll be one of them soon. But just wait for me to die in battle first. Bring me back into the ranks and send me out again to keep on fighting, this time without any doubts to hold me back. Just so quiet, so peaceful. You're telling me there ain't nobody left to make make noise. Your dead killed all the demons and almost all the folks who survived the attack, even the wounded and the defenseless. When there were no threats left to tear out, they just dispersed across the city waiting for new orders. Cellars stuffed full of motionless corpses, whispering gibberish. I saw them when I was searching for survivors after the battle, and I found them, all of them. You must act before the enemy destroys all that I have achieved. Muscle twitches in her cheek. Yeah, you're a master at resurrecting things from wreck and ruin. So where do we start? Plundering a couple of graveyards? Killing an innocent? I'm sick of sanctimony. Just tell me what you want and I'll do it. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking Iz even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons, we don't know, and I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere, the Ivory Labyrinth, I bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I've been thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when it opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there, if he's alive. You can free him. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. And you just heard, I have to catch Erilu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that avenue's closed to her. Untitled and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the wound. Some nasty little place like Is, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. An entire army of demons enhanced by hindering crystals was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Tossifin. You know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure, at least not yet. Thank you for your report. Always setting with a delay, blah blah blah. She sighs heavily and looks at you sadly. It used to be different. What have we become? An army of the dead. It's a mockery of what was once called a crusade, and the scariest part is, now it's too late to change tact. We've got no choice but to keep going. We'll keep clearing the rubble. We'll pull out new corpses every day, and even more keep drifting toward your ziggurat from across the region. By the time you come back, there'll be a whole army waiting for you. Dum dum dum. More reading. Rachel. Rachel looks slightly more tense than usual. Gimpy, I have fairly important news. I'll do my best to be brief. Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with the weapon forged by Erilu Vorlesh and Nocticula has caused discontent. Orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the Orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. How could you even think that reporting this to the Order would be a good idea? Do you really think I could withhold this information from my superiors? Do not degrade me or yourself with such ridiculous suggestion. What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any, up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve this issue before it devolves into open conflict. I'll go there as soon as possible. Excellent. That is what all I have to report. So I return to my duties, and you may attend to your other affairs. Now what's this? Inquisitor appears calm and dignified, but the gaze he turns on you is anything but friendly. Good day to your commander. I suppose you have already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arenday's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity, which I call the Other. I retreated to Narasand and then went beyond Medev's borders, looking for mentions of such entities and ways to fight them. And now my search has borne fruit. I am ready to tell you about it. You're not very good at hiding your antipathy. I'm trying to remain professional, he says with a slight shrug. But I'll be blunt. The commander I met after the Battle of Canavras and the commander I see now are two completely different people. If I didn't consider the Other a colossal threat, I doubt I would have come to you today. But I am an Inquisitor, not a Paladin. I can allow myself a short-term alliance with someone whom my faith deems unacceptable, if countless lives will be saved from a greater danger. Why does search take so long? So, what have you learned about the Other? I must be honest, I still do not know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. The most curious part is that all these cases appear almost sequential. They happened in various corners of Golarion, but no two incidents have ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. I do not know what this entity is. I managed to find something of great value. A Varisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. Was Cammy in the area? But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I'll need your assistance, Commander. What do we need to do? Oh my god, so much reading. Blah blah, stuff. So one more issue aside from the fact that we'll have to fight the incredibly powerful and horrible creature. The other suspicions must not be aroused until the very last moment. This means that the Count must know nothing as well. He knows nothing already. This course of action would be take the Count to the designated locations, blah blah stuff. I think the other will appear to protect Darren. Stuff. So much stuff. Dangerous, is it? It's extremely dangerous, which is why I have to come to do this. Stuff. I suspect that the Oracle powers the Count has developed come from the other. How nice. I'm asking you to help. Safely. Blah, blah, blah. Ensure that the other is hostile towards us. In all of this time, it has never tried to attack me. I'm certain this entity is dark and truly evil. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Has it ever found at Heaven's Edge or the Trial of blah, blah stuff? If Darren is the gateway, can't we just slam this gateway shut and leave the others on the other side? We can, by killing the Count, the Inquisitor answers simply. But firstly, I'm not sure that the other won't try to protect its gateway. And in that case, we'd have to face it unprepared. And secondly, I am opposed to this idea in principle. But stuff. Okay. I'll help you. Not today. Stuff. Meet you there in the ritual circle prepared. Stuff. So much reading. Oh, come on. Themis. A pale ghostly image appears in front of you. You recognize the Themis, the Antiquarian. The scholar you helped some time ago. His translucent form flickers intermittently, and you have difficulty making out his words. Commander, it's Themis. I won't be maintained spell for long. Open the door. Treasure room. Please hurry. What, did you manage to open the door? Yes, I won't enter without you. Waiting on your help. On my way. Blah, blah. So, that was the guy that I was thinking of before. Melissa. Commander. You look up and see Melissa, the green-eyed fisherwoman from the city of Chili Creek. Her hair is a mess. Blah, stuff. Help. Please help me. He's gone crazy. He will kill him. What happened? Do you remember Jaranog, blah blah blah, came to our village years ago, locals blah blah blah. He went fishing alongside us and told people stories, whatever. Well, eventually, we became very close. We started to plan a wedding. My brother didn't seem to mind, but after we got married, well, then he lost it. He became violent. He threatened to hurt us, blah. So your brother went crazy? We even thought that leaving the village about one thing, he lost his mind completely. Strong, blah blah blah. Why do we care about this? Cost us change. Markle. He really honors the village traditions. We've been worshipping the river for many generations. Blah blah blah. Everyone is really disappointed, especially blah stuff. Oh, when you began to worship Erastil, so it's your fault. How did you get here? By some miracle, I guess. Everything is on fire out there, and all these monsters, blah blah stuff. I don't have time for the family squad. Alright, I'll help you, because, you know, I got nothing better to do. You can't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes down the hallway. Now whose turn is it? Cammy, finally. She holds a bottle of wine and 2 glasses, a slight half smile on her lips. She holds you in her gaze like a predator hypnotizing its prey. You can smell the spicy floral scent of her perfume. Did you miss you? Like you wouldn't believe what's in the bottle this time. Invisibility potion again? You wouldn't believe. She encourages you with a slight nod. Your enthusiasm never ceases to delight me, my friend. Today I want a special kind of date, but I suspect it would be special for me only. You may find it surprisingly normal. I have never had a traditional, normal, boring date, the kind of dates described in romantic novels, with heart-to-heart conversations, long glances, gentle touches, charged, and so much more. I cannot say that I want anything like that in my life, but I've been thinking recently, why not give it a try? Because you won't like it. You're a psycho. So, what do you think? Will you be my guide to the wonderful world of romance, my friend? I'm not sure. Will there be a reward for me at the end of this date? I'm not sure. Sure, let's try. Excellent. In that case, I suppose I should sit here. You look gorgeous today. I like your perfume. During our last date on the balcony, you were wearing the same scent. You think so? Thank you. I'm flattered. Blah, blah, blah. Vanishes in a moment. What a stupid, tedious compliment. Besides, if you think about it, it's insulting too. You said that I look gorgeous today. That must mean that as a rule I look ugly, does it not? That's a typical female response. She shakes her head. I beg your pardon. That was a momentary lapse on my part. Please, let us continue with our normal date. I like your perfume. During our last date on the balcony, you were wearing the same scent. Yes, the same one I wore last time. With all our endless adventures, I forgot to buy a new scent. She sighs. I hoped you would have enough tact not to bring it up. Alas. Oh my god. Okay, let's drink. There's a glass and looks questioningly. To pleasure, to love, to victory. What should we drink to? To pleasure. Without warning, waiting for your response, she drains her glass. Is spending time with me boring for you? No. How could you say such a thing? I'm having a frightfully, terribly good time. I mean it. I know you like reading. What kind of books do you read? Another drink? Another drink. She nods and drains her glass. What kind of books do you read? Yes, perfect romance. Raises an eyebrow. Is this your way of reproaching me for reading too many romance novels? Camellia, you have stuffed your head full of romantic nonsense from stupid books, and now you expect me to live up to it. Is that what you're trying to say? Yes.
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it, you ignorant meatbag.
You have to admit the more normal dates are not for you, and we can stop torturing each other. What do you say? Her eyes are like shards of ice. Even her usual half-smile has vanished from her face. Is that it? I didn't expect you to give up so quickly. She tosses a glance at the bed. Or perhaps you would like to make up for your pathetic attempt at conversation with a masterful performance in bed. Well, say no more. I'm sure I can put a smile back on your face. This kind of date, it's just not for you. Why don't we just pause things for now and talk about this later? Lost your nerve? Or you're not up to the task? She stands and looks down at you. It's hardly surprising, however. Wow. That was awful. Pathetic, passionless, and dull. She brushes away a strand of hair. You are a weak man who can neither hold a conversation nor satisfy a woman. Although I don't know why that fact should bother me. Wow. You're the one who has to live with it, not me. She looks you up and down with ice-cold eyes. I suppose I shouldn't hope that you can read between the lines, so I shall be blunt. This date was our last. I never used to complain about our dates before. This normal date was your idea, not mine. I don't want to end our relationship. You know, I've listened to you long enough. Now that it's your turn to listen. Now let's go this route. Oh, this is something new. She folds her arms. Well, go ahead. Try to amuse me one last time. You didn't like the date? Poor Camellia. That doesn't give you the right to call me every name in the book. Let's take a breather, both of us, and talk about this later. Second thought, you know what? Get out of Dresden. No, let's go to number 1. She narrows her eyes. You want to stop our dates because of this, feel free. I'm not going to make you do anything. Let's take a breather. Oh, 1. She scoffs with contempt. But you should remember one thing. I owe you nothing. If you ever think of speaking to me like that again, take my advice. Don't. She parts her lips to answer, but only stands there with her mouth agape. Did you understand everything I said? Good. Now get lost. Let's see, it's either 1 or 2. Good, now get lost. She stands still for a while, then turns abruptly and rushes out of the room. Well, let's see if she ever comes back. It's so crazy. Oh, after all that. Oof. They really need to learn how to pace that a little bit better. That was a lot of stuff to read through. Now, let's see if we have any more scimitars in here. I don't think we do. Dun, dun, dun. I'll look at the wrong thing. So, I broke force. It's only +1 though. Blah. Yeah, a lot of this stuff's going to be older stuff. Stone sword. Yeah. Yeah, this is all going to be old stuff. Very good undressed. She deserved it. She was being a bitch. Let's be honest, she was just being a bitch. Okay. Okay, is it time to go? We need to go back, or we need to go down to the... Where's the... What happened to our ziggurat? Where's the ziggurat? It used to be here on the map. Where'd it go? The Greater Zombie Lord. Is that my friend? No. So we got Greater Zombie Lords now. Let's try to walk there, but... Look, we actually do have nothing but undead on the streets. There we go. Shut up, pal. Oh, we need to look at what his abilities are now, actually. He's level 16. He's got a spell book. Oh, what do you want to give him? Oh, we don't need that. Level 2 spells. My weapon. Effortless armor. This lasts 1 minute per level, so for him that's only level 10, 10 minutes. He doesn't get the good stuff. Dun, dun, dun. A skeleton summoning skeletons. That would be funny. It's for self-healing. Four. Saber's Edge just in case. Oh, it's 1 hour per level. That's nice. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Divine Power. Sure. Angelic Aspect. A skeleton running around with angel wings. Casting and blah blah blah. So, exactly are the skeletons' class levels at this point? I don't know. Level 10 cleric? I honestly don't know. Is Righteous Might gonna work on him? Guess we'll find out. Burst of Glory? No, the wings. Give him the wings. See ya, Blubber Barda. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. I'll get mythic levels to worry about too now. Everybody else has to get the mythic stuff. As far as levels go, I don't know. How do you look? Cleric? Class? Class. He's Undead 16. That's what level he is. Level 16 undead. So, that's what he is. Yeah, he started off as a fighter, then he switched over to barbarian, now he's a cleric, but only level 10, which still isn't his full level. So, I don't know. He is what he is.
Can we rest, please? I'm tired.
I know the way.
Are we tired? Oh, greetings, Master. Can you sense souls who become my grave guards? We seek, but we do not see. There are no worthy candidates. You guys suck.
Follow my
suck at
lead.
your jobs. It's depending on your mythic level. Yeah, the undead thing. He's a couple levels behind this. He throws his hands up in mock surprise. This is really happening. Has the commander of the crusade finally torn himself away from the subjugation of demons and found time to speak with me? Have you conquered the abyss? Wait, don't answer that. You'll just bore me with the details. We can finally begin the preparations for the ritual that will turn you into a lich and release me from my stupid oath. What happened to Dresden after I left? After Galfrey witnessed your victory, she believed the Crusaders were invincible. She mustered all her troops and then struck out at Iz at first, like a fist. As far as I know, they're still there, slowly losing the war that will bring Mendev to its knees. What's the current situation in Dresden? Nidgard remains unscathed. When the demons attacked Dresden, I did not think it wise to send out soldiers into the city, so we sealed ourselves in here. If poor fools wish to sacrifice themselves on the walls or perish in the streets, what is it to me? Where's my army? He shrugs indifferently. They're probably bleeding to death near Is, or perhaps their dead corpses are already in the ground, being eaten by worms. There are only a handful of soldiers left in Dresden who are still loyal to you, and most of them are in the ziggurat. I want to discuss this ritual. He rubs his hands together and cracks his bony knuckles loudly. Ah, can you feel it? You are so close. Power is within your grasp. You just have to reach out and take it. I'm ready. Let's go. We have so much to do. If we are going to make another attempt to extract your soul from your body, we shall have to make all the necessary preparations. But we shall have to do more than just prepare. We shall also need power, a lot more power than last time. However, I think I have a solution. We shall rebuild your ziggurat and make improvements that will turn it into a vast spellcasting formation. The pattern of its architecture will create a sufficient flow of energy for the ritual. AKA, we're not getting freaking Lich Head tonight. While your slaves are busy with rebuilding effort, there's something else I need you to attend to. A task that only you can complete. Your undead advisors, Elyenka and Septimus, have been at odds for some time. But once you departed for the Abyss, they started to act with complete impunity. They have managed to avoid Galfrey's watchful gaze and have begun an actual war against each other. They're fighting in secret, wasting the strength of your soldiers for the sake of their petty disagreements and pointless bickering. This cannot continue. We need every servant, every zombie, and even every necromancer as you prepare for your ritual. Their forces are constantly on the move, but my ghost spies will tell you where to find these troublemakers. Put an end to their enmity. Your mastery over death must be undeniable, and your power absolute. So friggin' lame. They keep putting this off. I'm not happy with this. Just to be honest, I'm not happy with having to wait again. No, it's not a puzzle. It's just, they're putting us off. Oh, now I gotta talk to the pillar again? We've been waiting for your return for quite some time, Master. We besieged, but we managed to counter the onslaught. Well, that's not news. That's okay, Jeff. Describe the situation. Stuff. Garrison suffered heavy losses, never stopped with blah. Thanks to the Wardstone, the first and most aggressive onslaught fended off. We remained behind to protect the relic. We're brave and whatever. Don't care. I don't know what forces I possess. The bulk of your troops is heading west on Queen Galfrey's orders. However, a substantial garrison has remained at Dresden to protect the Wardstone and the fortress. Necromancers, cultists, and crusaders who are still loyal to you personally, have taken up the defense of the ziggurat. They had to fend off 2 assaults by crusaders sent by Galfrey to execute your servants for criminal necromantic practices. After that, guards were posted around the ziggurat. There were no breach attempts after that. We shall arrange at once for the necromancers to proceed and recruit fresh corpses for your army. There are plenty to choose from in Dresden at present. The dead left in the city did not constitute a considerable military force. Now that you have turned them into undead, they may be able to prove themselves useful in an onslaught on the whirlwind. How well is the ziggurat protected? Its walls are damaged yet still strong, and the guards are many and dangerous. Demons and Queen Galfrey's crusaders attempted to storm the ziggurat. We stood our ground, and we shall do so again. Everything's clear to me. Stuff. We seek, but we didn't have anywhere to con. Okay, yeah. It's so annoying. Death's Embrace. Between the lines. I don't know which one is which.
I tire.
City of Locusts. Okay, so Death's Embrace. Got to upgrade the ziggurat. Put an end to the rivalry. So annoying. I forget how to do this stuff. We've been away for so long. I mean, the Abyss for so long, you totally forgot about this stuff. Undead aristocracy. So not but there's monsters stuff. Recruited more vampires. Fate of the Wicked Dope. Relic has been augmented. I don't know what relic that was. We got 4 mummy clerics now. Inquisitor blah blah blah. Talk to him. The important stuff. Principles of Drake training. Fate of the Wicked Dope. Collector. Reconstructing the ziggurat. Do that now. Do we need more vampires? I don't think we do. Generous recruiters. Number of available mercenary units increased by 1 for 14 days. Don't care. Principles of Drake training. Oh, he wants to turn the eggs into food. Oh, wait a minute. Eccentric Crusader Knight has secretly hatched a Rift Drake from an egg and is trying to train the vicious creature. The Drake has already killed several servants, who cares, but is beginning to obey some of the commands used to it. The noble is asking for permission to obtain a few more Drakes. Aw. You're on Path of the Dragon. Let him train more, because what's going to happen? Drake training. All generals gain pet Drake ability. Summons Rift Drakes. Oh, works for me. Rift Drakes are capricious and full of malice, but their might is undeniable. Perhaps a knight's experience.
Hey, Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
Absurd. Blah, blah, blah.
If not, you really should.
Craftsmen of the Crusade can refine the staff known as the Wicked Dope in order to turn it into a relic and then present it to the commander. What kind of item should they make it? Banded mail of dope? +3. Or a staff. Yeah, make a staff. Cleaned the withered vines from the Wicked Dope staff and recovered its battle-like appearance. Collector. Contacting from Absalom, he collects various monsters for his personal menagerie. Blah. Take tame monsters as payment. Minotaurs. Gold. Booster requests. Form a special unit focused on capturing exotic demons. Oh, finance points income increased by 25. I don't need friggin' Minotaurs. It's just 1,000. Do a special unit, who cares? Graber will put together a group of hunters who will be tracking down the rarest and deadliest demons and delivering them to the collector. The more exclusive the product, the higher the payment. Works for me. Midnight Fane notes. I'll gain secret routes. Ah, more movement. But we're already working on something already there, so that's fine. So we're back to the base game, basically. How long is it going to take for that ziggurat to get rebuilt? I forgot to look. It was at least 5 days, wasn't it? Got to look at our army, too. We have to rest. And we have to get mythic stuff done. Because we picked up another mythic rank for everybody. Let's see. Who's in the group? Delamere. Deadly Aim. Yeah, work. Such awesome work. Improved critical for the longbow. Works. Ember. Oh, Ember, what are we going to get for you? Prove critical and mythic for raise. Point blank shot mythic. She doesn't miss that often. So you're doing that stuff. Force vigor stuff. Expose vulnerability. That doesn't really help. Greater abundant casting. So more 7th, 8th, and level 9 spells. Definitely think about doing that one. Orc. More spells for her. Cammy, you psycho. What should we get for her? I think she's got most of the spell casting stuff already. The good stuff. So, how does this actually work? It grants you magic immunity and spells for. But how long does it last? How long does it last? Master Shapeshifter. Become a target of polymorph effect. All this physical ability scores is modified by +4. If you have the wild shape ability, you can use it any number of times per day. Your animal companion is just as mythic as you. Your animal companion gains a bonus to strength, dexterity, and constitution equal to half your mythic rank +1. Its attacks now ignore damage reduction. So, Bob. Let's make Bob mythic. New guy. Kesto. Dun, dun, dun. Dazzling display mythic. No, not to do that. Mythic Sneak Attacker, that's a bonus to that. He only has, what, 2, I think. Not a big deal. Power Attack Mythic. Toughness, more hit points. Don't need to worry about that one. Using your chosen weapon, you gain a bonus equal to half your mythic rank of damage rolls. We haven't picked that yet, so I'll take that. It does more damage. Kill more friendly things. Who's left? Staunton? Staunton's it. Oh, I can do a Staunton. I don't know. Oh, he needs Mythic Channeling, the one that extends cast times or spell things. What is it? Enduring spells. So that's over here. Where is it? Greater enduring spells, so spells last longer. That's pretty much a given. You have to get those, I think. I didn't think they were that great. It was a great idea at first, but
that is not
saved you a lot of casting. Okay, I think that's everybody that's currently in the group. Okay. Now we need to rest. We need to find this.
If I ever find myself in a temple of Shaylin, which side should I turn to face the altar so I don't offend her?
Face her with your heart.
Okay.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, so now we need to find the Storyteller. Is he still in the town? Hope so. Between the Lines. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, he's where he's supposed to be. So we lost what's her face? Sheila, because, you know, paladins can't abide being around undead. Okay, so Joe Galfrey's letter. You mentioned you could use this letter to tell me about Queen Galfrey's feelings. He touches the paper softly, his nail carefully traced along the lines as he can see them. The moon is peering into my window, the sole observer of my weakness. Dresden is quiet, almost as if I am the only one in the fortress at this hour of the night. I am alone, utterly, always. I pick up the quill and shake off a drop of ink that threatened to fall on the paper, which would have ruined what is already my third draft of this letter. Why am I writing it? He will never read it. I falter, the quill poised over the paper, but my hesitation doesn't last. I don't know where you are, my hand writes. When was this? On the eve of the Queen's departure from Dresden, the next morning she ordered her forces to march to Is. Is Dresden ever that quiet? Unlikely. But I am telling you of Galfrey's feelings as she was writing this letter. One's perception of the outside world can vary at times. Please continue. My hand is shaking. My heart pounds in my chest like a bird trying to break free from its cage. My eyes fog over. I wipe a tear from my cheek. What is happening to me? Where did this feeling of guilt come from? I have always acted as duty commanded, always. A deep breath. I think the shaking has stopped, but the hand that's holding the quill can barely move. Forgive me. I write down the last words of the letter you will ever see. Forgive me, forgive me. What exactly was Galfrey feeling? Guilt or something else? I cannot answer that question definitively. I merely touched upon her thoughts, tapped into a faint trace of her feelings. But I can say one thing for certain. Those feelings were strong. The pain the Queen was going through was very much real. Thank you. There's no need for gratitude. I rather think I should be begging you for forgiveness. It seems I have inadvertently even been made privy to personal matters between you and Queen Galfrey. I'll try to refrain from such intrusion into your private affairs from now on. He lowers his head sheepishly. Nocticula spoke well of you. She says hello. His face is blank as a porcelain mask. Her favor flatters me, and the memories of the times when I was younger warm my heart, but also fill me with other darker feeling. Such a shame. It's sad to remember how foolish and self-satisfied I was back then, how much I enjoyed the fear and respect of the spawn of the abyss surrounding me, and how completely I belonged to the Lady in Shadow, who charmed me the moment we met. In those days I was different. Examine the stuff. Present radiance. What do you see in this past? No. Piece of the cloak and the necessary materials. Restore this relic for me. Still no? What am I missing? Find Sandra. Get the quest. Companion quest. Finian's still awaking. We have to get the is for that one. Final verdict. Blah blah stuff. Restoring the ancient cloak. 5 vials of magic essence, 2 bars of cold iron. We have those. 2 vials of demon blood. We might have that. So demon blood and vials of magic essence. Okay, demon blood. Are you here? Magic essence? I don't think they're gonna show up here, are they? That's not the right stuff. Oh, here we go. So, blood vial. Demon hearts. You don't have any demon blood? Well, that sucks. Demon raves. So we have no demon blood, unless it's a different name. There we go. Demon blood. So we only have 1. Need 2. And then magic essence. Moonstone. Mix of spices. So we're just missing the demon blood. Okay, well. So what other thing are we supposed to be doing here? What's the name of the quest that we're supposed to be doing? Not these. Outpost, no, not that one. Improve from location stuff. No, not that one. More elven scripts. It's like how the town is back to pretty much normal. For the most part. Except for the undead running around.
not panicking.
Ready for anything?
Sorry, he's talking to me. So, you can sell stuff. We're counting on a lot of junk. Hey, you don't look undead. You don't look undead. This'll free up some pounds, a little bit of weight. So much stuff I'm carrying around. Crossbow 2, I'm done with these. And crossbow degradation. Don't worry about that right now. There are different types. The Bardiche, don't need those. I picked up a lot of junk, didn't I? Cross's Battle Axe 1. And use that. Need more scimitars. Oof. Give me a nice walk with her puppies. Oh, she already came. She's already back. That's why she was in here. That's why she was in here. Just letting me know they were back. Dinner's almost ready. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that. All this junk. Shields. Wow. Only 12 suits of heavy full plate. Plus that.
Gimpy, I am sorry to say this, but
go.
it is time to end the stream. Say goodbye to all of the nice people and make sure you tell them to have a great day or evening. We will see them again tomorrow. Also, make sure to remind them to hit the follow button and visit your YouTube channel.
Okay, so as soon as I'm done selling this stuff. Here's the nice people. I know. Who are the nice people? Do we know any nice people? Need more rain protections too. Holy crap. 26 wands. Jeez. 500,000. Just of the stuff we sold so far, and that's not even everything. Not even close. So, price and descending. Black Dragon's Fang. Longsword. Corrosive Longsword. As a hit on the enemy, deals an additional 2d6 of acid to all enemies in a 30-foot radius. This ability has been activated. It can't be activated again for 1 to 4 rounds. Don't listen to her tempting voice. I know. Icy Burst Keen Cold Iron Bastard Sword +3. Say that 3 times fast. Fury Born Child. So this is a +3 scimitar. Need an animal companion. His initial name is first enemy as well. 2 additional enemies. Blah. Unfortunately, it gets burned down after that. Blade of Order +2. Move the +2 summon realize a hit on a chaotic evil creature. It applies a -1 penalty to that character's damage rolls until the end of combat. This penalty stacks up to -5. Well, that sounds good as it sounds. Wow. I'm almost up to 1,000,000 gold. Anyway. What do you have before I forget? God, or gosh, thing staff, shard, comma. Weapons are getting pretty crappy pretty quick.
Why do you hate me so much?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here and we'll resume this tomorrow. Someday we'll become a real lich. Someday. Not today. I'm so disappointed in that. I thought we were actually going to become a lich today. The way they set us up made us wait all this time. Anyway, that'll be it for today. And stream schedule for the next few days. Tomorrow, of course, is more Wrath of the Righteous. Saturday is Star Sector. Sunday, first half of the stream is Wrath of the Righteous. Second half is Pathfinder Keymaker Beneath the Stolen Lands with Group 26. Monday, haven't decided yet. Next Tuesday, Wrath of the Righteous. Wednesday, because I know we're going to be going. They haven't made me into a lich yet, so we know we got a while to go. Wednesday, Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. Thursday, Wrath of the Righteous. Next Friday, don't know yet. We'll see. We'll find out. See how it goes tomorrow. Anyway, so that's it. Tomorrow's stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. So thank you all very much for watching. I know you have many other viewing choices here on Twitch, and I really do appreciate it when you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you very much. Have a great evening, great day, wherever you happen to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.